Hello! We're live, I think,
We are.
to our second official edition of Talking Outlander. We've been actually talking about Outlander for a year now or so since the show was first announced. And we've made several Outlander videos that you can watch if you click on the playlist below after the hangout is over. But this is the second official Talking Outlander, which needs a better title. Tonight we are missing the lovely Nikki, who is out having Ron time, which means she's doing Robert Pattinson-related business. But we do have two very special guests who are brand new to That's Normal Hangouts. Susan's a beautiful Canadian, has written some of our most controversial and, for me, funniest posts, ones like Shane-loving hipster beards and her confession that she's worried for Sam Heughan's hairline. Y'all are. Say hi, Susan.
Hi, everyone from Canada.
That's all. That's the only thing important about her.
Only thing important about me. And I love the fact that you said that I've written one of your most controversial posts, but don't say that again because I don't want people to know.
Okay, we'll pretend I didn't say that. But your name is on it. It's you.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Sorry. Katie is, she's in San Francisco, which I try not to hold against her because I want to live there. And she is internet famous for her recent What's Going to Happen in Moby post. And my personal favorite, Let Me Be Frank Randall with You, which is all about how Frank Randall is a fanboy and a 007. Say hi to everybody, Katie.
Hello, everyone.
And, of course, as always, you have me, I'm Beth, and my favorite, Becca Buttons. Say hey, Becca.
Hey, Becca. I'm glad somebody else is introing one of our videos for once because it always falls on me, and I am the world's worst introductory person. Hey, but let's talk about what we're drinking tonight.
Yes, that's what's next. What are we drinking? If we are drinking, I'm having a beer. This is my new favorite beer.
Oh.
A new cerveza. Negro Modelo.
Oh, look at that.
Because I had a lot of drinks earlier, so now it's beer. Okay. What do you have, Becca?
Oh, I have Pinot Noir. I know that I've been off my Pinot Noir game for a couple of chats now, but I'm back on my Pinot Noir game. So, surprise, Pinot Noir in my cup.
It is a surprise. Susan, what are you having?
Okay, well, I have the Woodchuck cider. It's the Woodchuck hard cider because that's what we drink down the pub. And I also have a bottle of Grant's Scotch whiskey.
Ooh.
And I'm going to drink a shot of this Scotch when someone says the secret word. So, and I'm going to drink it. I have this chalice, which is like from like 1741 or something like that. So I am going to drink it out of this chalice when someone says the secret word. By the way, Grant's Scotch is the only Scotch we have in our house, and the only reason we have that is because my husband's name is Grant, and so he buys things with his name on them. So he's decided that Grant's Scotch is the only Scotch that we can have.
Speaking of husband, there's either somebody in your house who's trying to steal things, or he's because there's a scary shadow man in your kitchen.
There is?
Yes. He's gone, but yeah, there was a scary shadow man, and I was like, oh no, Susan is getting robbed.
That might be Grant. He heard his name, so he thought he'd come in and see what was going on.
Well, so we don't get to know what the secret word is?
No, of course not.
So, like, if we see you take a shot out of your chalice, then we can guess what the secret word is?
That's right.
I love this idea. Susan is my favorite now. Sorry, Katie.
More often. Like, this may be the thing that we do, Outlander drinking games. We have a secret word every time.
I love it.
Hardest thing ever.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
All right, Katie, what are you drinking? Are you drinking? Hello, Katie. Are you frozen?
I don't know.
Yeah, I keep freezing up. I think my connection is really crappy.
Well, it's San Francisco. There's nothing good out there.
Seriously, we have no tech.
No tech.
It's like the backwoods out here. Anyway, I'm drinking a beer, Gordon Biersch, Blonde Bock.
Wow. Hey, you guys are all drinking beer, and I'm boozing it up on wine. Oh, well. Oh, well.
Well, if Katie disappears, we will hold that against her and just assume that she somehow got Moby ahead of time decided to leave us alone. And we'll just never talk to her again. That'll just be the plan.
Speaking of that, this chat tonight will not have any Moby spoilers because Beth and I are not caught up. In fact, it's probably just going to discuss, the show and the first season of Outlander. Which everyone, if you're an Outlander fan and you haven't finished the first book, you're probably not an Outlander fan.
But, I mean, obviously the main things we're here to talk about tonight are the casting of Beetle the Bard and Graham McTavish's Facebook Q&A that he had today, because those are super important.
Obviously.
Oh, man, already?
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, wait, somebody said it.
Beetle the Bard was totally the secret word.
Oh, my God.
It's not. Is
No,
it?
it wasn't. I'm kidding.
Oh.
But really, what are the chances that someone would have said that tonight? Beetle the Bard. Like, really?
They were very, very low, because I had to search, like, my whole Twitter feed to figure out what lame shit had happened in the Outlander world that I could say, hey, this is what we're talking about tonight, so everybody just turns their YouTube link off.
I'm going to be honest, I kind of thought you were being serious, and I just was a really bad fan. Something happened that I should care about that has to do with the Beetle.
No, we are breaking down the new video, talking about Moby anticipation for a minute, because, like Becca said, she and I don't care about Moby, really.
Sorry.
We haven't read Echo. So,
welcome back, Katie. Katie's back. I didn't even notice she left. I'm such a bad person at this game.
I have specific questions for Katie about Moby, so she better.
Okay.
She's muted right now, though.
Yeah. Don't forget to unmute yourself every time you come back, Katie.
Can I just say that I am constantly checking my Kindle right now because apparently some people have it. I don't know who these people are. I don't know why they're so important, but they have it already and I don't. And so I'm refreshing my Kindle about once every 35 seconds to see if it's here. And I'm just going to drop right off and start reading. So
I was about to say, if you get it, are you leaving us?
yes.
Okay.
No questions asked. She's just gone.
I'm just gone. No. I will wait. I will wait if I get it. But I don't think I'll get it because we're always later in Canada. Everything's later in Canada.
That's true.
Yeah. For example, big news, we don't get Outlander TV until August the 20th.
Yeah, I know. I think it's actually like the 24th, which is even worse.
That is worse. Thanks.
You guys get it, and it's not Saturday nights, I don't think. Is it a different night of the week?
I'm not sure what night. You know what? I am a bad fan because I'm not actually sure what night they're playing it. I don't know, but it's.
I
would do just about anything for it to be not on Saturday nights.
Yeah, because we're like, I occasionally from time to time have plans on a Saturday night. It's like the only night of the week I actually have plans. Thank you, stars. Thank you, stars. Yeah. Susan, somebody on Twitter is asking, Reds1863 is asking, is the secret word waterweed?
Ooh, no.
No.
I haven't said waterweed yet.
No.
So are we allowed to guess, or we just have to wait till one of us says it?
Yeah, I don't want to turn this into all night everyone's trying to get me to drink. I've done that so many times in my life. I don't need to do that again.
Well, the other one guess I'll mention right now is that a couple people, Joanna Kuhn 1 and Babs1733, have both guessed Stan Hogan.
Ooh. Also a good one. I will save that one for next time.
Next time. If you do not remember, if you didn't watch our first Talking Normal, Stan Hogan is the name that my husband has given Sam Hewen because he didn't remember his name, and just is now the name that we tend to call him in text messages and, chats. Speaking of that, our hashtag for tonight, if you would like to use it, is #LipBite, and we'll talk about why soon. Get us back on track, Beth. And we're missing Katie. We'll just throw it out there that we miss Katie whenever she's gone. When she comes back, we'll be happy to have her.
Yeah. I need her there because she's supposed to be my first, she's my wingman for this first topic that I wanted to talk about.
Oh, no. Katie.
Thanks.
Well, you got to move on to the second one, I guess.
That's right. So Susan, did you have any buddies that went to the fan event in Seattle this weekend?
Like personal friends or Twitter buddies?
No one had personal friends that went to the Seattle event. That doesn't exist. I mean online Twitter friends.
Yeah, some of them, a few of them did. I got a little blurb from Audrey, Lady Raven, just talking about what it was all about. It sounds like it was very crafty. There was a lot of
crafty.
Yes.
There were a lot of like.
Is that your dog?
Yeah, I'm sorry, my dog.
It's okay. It just sounds so sad.
Sounds a little bit like a newborn crying.
I know. Like, can you pick up your baby? I think it needs to breastfeed.
Yes, they did do crafts. I saw some pictures on Facebook, and they're like making lavender bouquets and little flower wreath crowns and stuff, which I found kind of odd.
Yeah, but it's always good to go home. Apparently, they got some good swag.
Oh, like what?
Yes, they got.
Did they get the book early?
They got the book. They got the book.
Okay. This is a Random House event, right?
Yes, it was a Random House event. Apparently, it was very well organized.
Okay.
They got Walker shortbread cookies. They got a Random House water bottle, which is nice, and it was full of whiskey. And
Nuh-uh.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
That would have been really
Cool.
if it would have been, but it wasn't. They got the yeah, that was it. A lanyard with their name on it. Sorry.
I saw some tote bags. Like I thought some people got some kind of cool tote bags, so maybe I was mistaken.
It was a swag bag. Yeah. And then so then they got parfaits and granola bars as well. Coffee.
Obviously. She was
like, remember at the LA event where they had like coffee and food, and we were like,
the tea party.
We're here for? Like, I don't care about the tea party. I'm just, yeah.
You just want to make out with Stan Hogan.
That's right.
Yeah. That's what we were there for.
Did they show anything, like, was stars involved at all with the Seattle thing?
It doesn't sound like it. It was, oh wait, sorry, there was a Random House Stars Diana panel. They got some insight into how Diana first published, how the editors and marketing people felt about her and her work, and yeah. And then they kind of sucked up to her and stuff. Not the people that were there, but the Random House and Stars people. So it sounds like they were genuinely admiring her as much as we do. So that was nice.
And wait, Diana was there, correct?
Yes, she was there.
Okay.
Yeah, she did like a keynote talk or something like that.
Okay,
and
that's great.
And they did show them like a behind-the-scenes thing a little bit, I guess, a little bit more than what anybody else has seen. That had like, I don't know, not
Sam naked.
It was. It was just. It was 3 minutes of Sam in the shower.
Right, exactly. Just like slow-mo from top to bottom.
Yeah.
Whatever. He snapped out of me that this.
Beth didn't see that one yet. She hadn't seen that one yet.
So
it was just like one day or whatever.
What?
It seems like an odd thing to me, this particular fan event. Maybe I don't know.
Cynical because you weren't there?
Yeah.
Who's going to get tickets in time? You didn't even try, right?
I can't afford to go to Seattle. That's basically it. Why didn't we get somebody that we know that lives there to go?
I know. I actually thought about that. I was like, wait a second. I'm pretty sure Tiffany doesn't live in Seattle, but I think that she does, and I could have asked her to go, and she probably would have done it. Because she's read it. Yeah. She's not like a big fan, but it would have been cool.
It would have been totally cool. I'm really like bummed that Katie isn't here.
I know. She actually just emailed us, so my internet is out. I'm sending from my phone.
Aww.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, I guess you're gonna not be able to talk about whatever you wanted to, unless you want to tweet her or tell her to tweet us. Oh, speaking of that, if you are watching this on YouTube live, which I know a bunch of you are, so thank you for doing that, you may see something, I don't know how it looks, but it says Q&A. You can actually just pop right in there and ask a question or say something, a comment or whatever you want us to talk about. I'm also manning Twitter too, but that is another option if you would like, and we will consider your important question. No, we'll probably answer it. Nothing.
So speaking of Twitter and the fact that today marks 2 months from when the show is going to air, it's airing on August the 9th. Today's June the 9th. I'm lit up tonight. Anyway, it's 2 months away, and I had a little Twitter fight today. Not a fight, a convo. Had a little Twitter convo today about Nielsen ratings and how they relate to Twitter and whether or not like fans have any like influence or whatever and how the Nielsen Twitter ratings work. And I think we can clarify this here. Becca, have you heard anything about this and how it works for other shows?
I don't know what you're about to say, but I have heard some things about Nielsen and digital, and just Nielsen now takes into consideration things that are not live, watched live.
Right. They do like a 3-hour buffer both ways for a show.
So there might be, I think there's multiple statistics that they look at, the 12-hour and the 24-hour as well. So I don't know what, and it all adds up to whatever.
So let's just say really quickly as social media people that if you're scheduling tweets, like with something I've never even heard of called Twuffer or something like that, if you're scheduling tweets like that to go out during the show with like specific scientific hashtags that you think are going to be, I'm not sure that that's very helpful. But I really think the biggest problem is if your entire Twitter followers are also Outlander people and they're tweeting about Outlander as well, that's not any kind of organic reach. It's not a unique audience member. It's not somebody seeing a unique view. So it's not going to be helpful. So if you have an Outlander Twitter that's like dedicated to Outlander, you tweeting during the show is not helpful.
Yeah.
Basically.
No. Yeah. I didn't know that's where you're going with that. Yeah. No, not at all. And I think Twitter, like as Google's gotten better at figuring out people searching for things to try to make their websites better and like actually looking for, good content, Twitter's gotten pretty good about that too. Twitter does, if you're seeing constant tweets about something from one person, they are starting to ignore that. A couple of them might count, but it's not going to, if you tweet something about Outlander 100 times, 100 of them aren't going to count. It really is looking for an organic results.
Right. And if you're live tweeting a show, if you're like responding to something that's happening and using maybe the same hashtag, that's different than having like, you should be watching Outlander right now, hashtag watch Outlander, that, and saying that like 50 times that you scheduled ahead of time. That's useless. But if you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that or whatever, and tweeting with a hashtag, that's a different type of thing. So like in general, tweeters, Outlander tweeters, just be yourself when it comes time to live tweet the show, and don't think that you have to like, Marie Curie Twitter for yourself to figure out how to make the show have some kind of reach. Like it's not all on you and whether or not you have the right
You're
hashtag.
Being so much nicer than you want to be. You're being so kind about that really dumb idea. Yeah, don't do it. Just like the show. You know what? The show looks great. I don't think they're going to have a problem, you guys. Like, even our spouses who don't give a shiznit about Jamie Fraser think it looks good.
Yes, they do.
And obviously, if Ryan and David and Grant want to watch the show, then it's going to be a success.
Yeah, Grant's not watching the show.
Oh, never mind. It's going to fail.
Unless I feed him lots of this, and then he may watch the show unintentionally. He'll be in the room. He won't be conscious, but he'll be in the room.
Did you tell there's nudity? What?
Go ahead.
I said, did you tell him there's going to be nudity?
Oh, God, I forgot to do that.
Oh gosh, you forgot. Maybe that's a post that someone needs to work on. How to get your husband to watch Outlander with you.
You know what? That's a good idea.
That is a good idea. I think that Starz has kind of consistently had like a lot of nudity, like more so than they need to have in order to kind of like up their raciness factor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like and like to get like an audience, like to get like audience members. But I have to say, I don't want my husband really watching it. I mean, I want him to watch it so we can talk about it. But I don't want. There's a bug in here. I'm not doing that live. That doesn't mean anything. There's a bug. I don't really want him watching it with me.
Oh,
Like,
I totally want him watching it with you, and I want to see a script of exactly what he said the whole time.
We should have like a live Ryan cam.
Oh, please do that, because that would be so perfect. And just the way to interact with one another, please do that. Okay.
I already invited Susan to Memphis. Like, you can just come here and watch Ryan watch Outlander if you want. He knows enough of the story too. He knows enough to like have an opinion, and his opinion is pretty funny anyway. So it'll be a good time. But I muzzle him for like the first viewing.
Oh wait, there are actually people asking questions. Sorry, this was supposed to alert us. Here we go. Oh, okay. Outlander podcast, Outlander Pod says, it was not a question, but Beth is right. Doesn't come out in Canada until the 24th. Wah, wah.
Okay.
Sorry about that, guys. I don't know. I'm confused.
Okay, well, Rachel is asking how many pages, or maybe that's Connie. Connie asked how many pages to get Jem out of the tunnel, which I'm assuming that is a Moby.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. Okay. I was like, I don't understand that. I think that's a wrong show. They're trying to do something.
Can Susan field that question for us? Like, how long do we think?
I can. Okay. So we're guessing how many pages before Jem is out of the tunnel?
That was the question, yes.
Yeah, don't give any spoilers away. I think we know who Jem is, Beth. We're not going to say it
for Moby because they haven't read it. This is spoilers for Echo, which I've been totally spoiled for Echo for a couple of years now.
I'm pretty sure I'm halfway through Echo, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Side notes.
Like we said, I mean, no one's spoiling Moby right now, but we're spoiling Echo, like, because you guys are really, really, really slow. Like, you need to read that now.
I'm not slow. Do you see those books over there? They're the ones that arrived last week. So no,
right.
I'm not slow. I have a lot to read, and my computer is on the books that arrived today. Yeah.
Do you see the books?
I do.
I've read all of these. There's a lot more. It just keeps going.
That's a lot of books.
Just keeps going.
Hashtag book problems. Okay, sorry, Susan. Answer the question. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to remember who Jem is. I actually do remember who Jem is. Katie's back! Yeah, Katie! Woo! She's in a new house and everything. And sitting.
Did you go to your neighbor's house? Where did you go?
I had to set up a Wi-Fi hotspot on my phone because our internet is completely out. Like the heart of tech, and my internet's completely out.
Of course it is. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad you're here because now we're talking about Moby. Sorry, Beth.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So we had a good question. Connie wants to know, Connie Sandlin wants to know, how many pages do you think it's going to take for Jem to get out of the tunnel?
Is that a riddle?
I don't know. I haven't read the book.
Yeah, we don't even know what you're talking about. I do remember who Jem is.
50.
50?
Sounds good to me.
What do you think, Susan?
I don't know what happened.
I say Jem is out of the tunnel on the first page. That he's out. First page.
All right.
That's the first thing they do.
Doesn't Jem get kidnapped by some man in the future?
Wait, I don't want to know. You're spoiling everything for me.
This book has been out for 4 years.
That's what I meant.
I already said from the beginning we're not going to spoil any major spoilers.
Right.
Even for people like us.
Right.
Well, that's the thing. This is like it's a weird place. It's like the Game of Thrones, right? Like, people have read these books for years, and there's going to be these groups of people who are current. Game of Thrones are still being written, yes?
Yes.
So, yeah, there's people who are current and reading them as they come out. Then there's the TV people who don't want to know you know, what color wedding everybody gets massacred. Oh, spoiler alert. I actually don't watch Game of Thrones, so anything I spoil is just because I've already been spoiled. I don't even feel bad about it. But yeah, it's like a weird thing.
That's how I feel about Echo. Like, the only reason I can even spoil anything or Echo is because I've been spoiled by it.
Right.
So I might as well just say.
But it's true. But that's what I mean. I think there's going to be new fans, there probably already are because of all the buzz that the show has gotten, that aren't that caught up and probably don't have time to read 8 books and, you know, before August. So there's just that weird, like, sensitivity of how much do we talk about. Yes, the book came out in, like, 1974, but still, I wasn't even born. Couldn't read back then.
I have a confession to make. I actually skip over all the parts to do with Jem and those guys. I'm not interested in any of that. Just get me back to being. I skim those.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I feel you.
I'm here for Jamie Old Man hotness.
That's right.
Jamie Old Man hotness. That's what I'm reading the books for. If that's not there, nah.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Jamie young man hotness and how he sometimes reminds me of a sweaty soccer player these days with his hair? Football, if you will. Not football, American football. Football of the foot. I'm sorry, I can't be the only one who looks at that recent picture. You know the one where he has like a mullet, looks like he's wearing a hair like me right now. It's got a little clip in the back and then some ringlets. It's like what I look like when I got off the train today because it was raining. That's what Jamie looked like. Watch Sam Hewen. Stan Hogan looked like a... I am not alone in this.
No.
You're not.
You're not.
You're not.
It looks like a community college graduate.
Community college graduate.
Actually, it looks just like this guy that I used to swing dance with in 1994.
I want to see a picture of him. Looks like Susan. Susan, was that actually a picture of your ex-boyfriend that you posted on the internet today?
I don't know.
Yes, a picture of a guy at the end of your post and said it was your ex-boyfriend.
Maybe it was.
Plausible denial.
It might have been. Or not.
Someone's
Susan,
speaking Latin.
I have posted
sorry.
a picture. I posted a picture of an ex-boyfriend on That's Normal as well.
You have? Oh my gosh, you guys.
It was in my Halloween post from Halloween time. So he's in costume.
Well, my
Do you have to drink a shot if we find him?
Yes. Go ahead.
I'm on it.
Okay, good.
We haven't said the word yet?
No.
Here's what I don't understand about the Jamie hair. Why? Why is it so weird? Why is it so curly? Why is it so
Are
weird?
we talking about like
Bangy. Why is it so bangy?
Are we talking about like the clip, the behind the scenes thing that just came out?
Everything. I haven't seen anything since it got like below collar level that isn't weirding me out.
Like, yeah, can't we just? I mean, he's with Claire now. Like, she's trimming that bush up. Oh, I made the bush on his head.
Wow.
I just went Diana G on y'all's. I meant on his head. It looks like, like a hedge, a bush, a hedge.
It does.
Bush head.
A bush.
Oh,
man.
He's got a load of thistles up there.
Yeah, we're getting some chants on Twitter, and literally Joanna Kuhn 1 is chanting for us to break down that recent thing. I think it's hard to break stuff down when it's not a trailer, but I don't know if we want to talk about that yet. Is that a good transition to the behind-the-scenes thing? What is that trailer called?
It's called The New Series. The New Series.
The new series.
And we can talk about it. One of the first things I noticed, okay, this is what I wanted to break down when we talk about the video. Because the very first thing I noticed was Claire's voiceover. Like, we've gotten hints that it's going to be a part of the show, but it's like obviously going to be way more pronounced than I thought it was going to be. And like, what was the last show you can remember that did a voiceover and did it well? Like My So-Called Life.
Yeah, I don't remember TV. I just thought of Twilight and Bella in the beginning. That's the only thing I can think of.
Well, in Sex and the City, they did that for like the first show, and then they realized how ridiculous it was, and they axed that. So
it ended?
Here. Well, yeah, they only did it for like the first couple shows, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe the first season. Like, the first season's only like maybe 6 episodes or something, so they only did it for a little while, and they never did it again. You're right. Yeah. Do you think they'll do that with this? You think they'll quit doing it? Like, once you get out of Outlander, maybe it's not so much just her point of view and you don't need it. I don't know.
Right. So it's only the first season, and then after that it starts other people's point of views too, and then they won't do it anymore, maybe.
But it even seems like, is it necessary beyond like just explaining what happened and like her getting to the 1700s? Like, once she's there for a while, like, do we need to hear a voice being like, and I was very nervous on my wedding night, and oh wait, oh no, it turns out I am into this. I am quite ready to get down with it. Like, do we want her to say that? I obviously should have been cast as Claire. We all know that by now. But
I saw your video on YouTube. I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think she has some of her funniest moments are inside her head. So like, I'm with that for now. I want to see how they really do it. But some of the most laugh out loud moments I have are things that she's just thinking to herself because she can't really say them out loud in front of, especially in front of like her 18th century like compatriots.
Right.
Who are just trying to fit in. So I think it's gonna be okay.
I'm wondering if are they gonna make it funny? Is it gonna is there gonna be comic relief in this? I'm worried it seems really serious right now.
They put a little bit at the end of that clip or whatever. They had Rupert or whatever telling her that she talked too much.
Yeah, that's right.
Like,
okay.
Yeah, so I've been told. So I think that they'll do that. Jamie he sure as hell better be funny, because him being funny is part and parcel of the character. Yeah. So if he doesn't ever say anything amusing and he's only stoic or he's only chivalrous or whatever, I'm gonna be pissed off.
Yeah.
Somebody asked, B. Brannon asked, if Sam's hair is going to get more attention than Katrina's. It has looked rather fluffy. I would say that it has.
Sam's hair looks a lot worse than Katrina's. That's why he's getting attention. Katrina's hair looks great.
And you know what? In that behind-the-scenes thing, while we're breaking it down here,
yes.
I haven't looked at the picture of, I guess I don't know why, I haven't looked at Jamie Fraser sitting over here on my desk, of his short cropped hair, like the first look we got of him. I mean, we haven't seen his hair look like that since they took that picture and made Pocket Jamies from it.
Right.
Well, it's supposed to be growing out, right? He grows his hair out. He's going to have long hair eventually, right?
Doesn't have to have long hair. Not everything has to be like the book. I don't know why I'm talking like I'm a dad.
I'm not going to watch it.
I thought that Katrina's hair was perfect. Like when in that scene when she, you could tell that she's just waking up from having fallen through the stones. She's still got her belt on around her dress or whatever, and it looks like she's like laying down having a picnic, but then her hair coiffed. I was like, she just fell through the stones. Her hair looks amazing. It was tightly marceled. But
everybody needs a good hair.
There's a fine. Yeah, her hair looks great. No one's talking about her hair because it looks good. Right?
Yeah, and when they put it back, it's got like a good like mushroomy quality to it that I feel is very true to the book without looking like totally insane.
Connie Sandlin asks if any of y'all got teary-eyed watching the new trailer from Saturday.
Just over Jamie's hair.
What, Susan?
Just over Jamie's hair. That's it.
Say the same thing. When he does like second interview thing and his bangs are like, I can't. I just can't stand it. No. I can't. It made me cry. That's when I cried.
True.
Oh yeah. The only thing that's upsetting us is Jamie's hair.
Let's just hope it's like the behind the scenes things. They just
I don't know. Maybe he'll be bloody enough on a regular basis. He'll either be bloody or sweaty enough on a regular. So, ugh. So yeah, I did not cry. Yeah.
Oh, hey, Grant.
What?
Are you wrong?
Apparently, no, someone's wrong, Susan. There's two men.
Random men walking through my kitchen.
There's random men. Yeah, I didn't cry either. I did think it was a really great. It was a good little behind the scenes thing. I liked it. It was a little different. We saw a couple little new things, right? Including #lip bite.
I guess we're gonna have to talk about the lip bite since we
obviously, because I just brought it up. If you don't know what we're talking about, I'm about to tweet out. So if you're watching this 3 months from now, sorry. We'll put it below. But I'm going to tweet out a GIF of the lip bite. Ugh, lip bite. Blah, blah. Pinot Noir, everyone.
Yes. So, I mean, it's a cute moment, I guess. Like, their little paddock picnic dates are kind of one of my favorite moments of the first book. So I'm excited about it. And he looks cute. I don't think that it's particularly, like, sexy or anything. I think he's being ridiculous or something. I don't know.
He kind of looks young. Like, it like takes some of his age off when he does stuff like that. Even though, I think Heidi Rochelle thought it looked like a Boys to Men video. I can't remember exactly what it was. But she was not down with the lip bite.
No. I was just going to say Heidi Michelle, who I think is hilarious. She said, Sam's hair only looks good when it looks like waterweed.
When it looks like it's been dipped in waterweed? Or when
yeah. Something like that.
Scottish waterweeds are curly.
Oh my gosh, why are we talking about that?
They are. They're not like regular. They're not like seaweed that's like long and like slick or whatever. It's like a curly weed.
Oh, terrific! Terrific thing. Hashtag curly weed.
Beth, can you tweet out a picture of Scottish waterweed for us, please?
I will. I'll find it. I'm on Twitter patrol. All right, Scottish waterweed. I got this, guys. I got this.
Oh my god.
We did have somebody. Hold on. I thought I saw something funny, and I can't remember where it was. So never mind. Ignore me.
Tweedledee said that she loves the lip bite.
She loves it.
Yeah,
loves the lip bite.
Cute. It's kind of the only cute moment in the trailer. He gives her like a little smolder later, but it's.
And honestly, I didn't even catch the lip bite. I don't watch things in slow-mo, I guess. I don't know why.
It's pretty quick. You have to watch it more than once, Becca.
5 minutes before this thing starts. Sorry.
Becca's busy.
I've been a little busy reading Rainbow Row's Landlord by Maya. Sorry. Still, I'm okay.
That book tore me up.
Yeah, me too. Oh, I found it. Oh my gosh, it's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. Curly waterweed. Oh, it's disgusting.
One thing about the video, did y'all notice that at some point Katrina, when she's having her thing, she's wearing both wedding rings. Did y'all notice?
Oh, no.
I did.
Made you really happy.
Did you cry?
Huh?
Did you cry?
No, I didn't cry. It's not sad. It's not cry-worthy.
It doesn't have to be sad. It could be, like, emotional. You're really excited.
There's nothing new, really. Like,
yeah.
Maybe once we get the score, I guess, or something, then it'll feel new and it'll feel, like, more sweeping.
Yeah.
And it has been a lot of the same scenes, like, over and over, repackaged.
Well, and I guess I kind of
soundtrack.
Yeah, I kind of appreciate that because there's big scenes that I would like to wait for. I really hope that they stick by not showing us the wedding or just, I don't think they will. I think that's going to be a surprise, right? I don't know. Is that a surprise to people that haven't seen it? that don't know anything about it. It was to me reading it, so.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think you mean like, is it a spoiler that they get married? Or
Yeah.
I think the spoiler is that she likes it. You know what I mean? Like that she's into it.
Yeah.
And then even after they get married,
especially considering his hair.
Right. People, if you're watching, like, tell us in the comments or whatever, or the Q&A, like, what you think is going to be like the spoiler moments like, what's something that like is going to be a big deal for people who haven't read the book? Like, is the wedding a big deal, or is it going to just be when Blackjack takes her again or whatever? Like, because I mean, I think that a lot of those moments are there, but her marrying Jamie, I don't think is really a spoiler. I think her name is Claire Fraser on the website.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. We'll see. Let us know.
But it is.
We don't want to see them. I agree with you. I mean, we already said we don't want to see them.
Right. Because we know what happens. We want something to be sacred and a surprise. But sorry, somebody.
There are going to be people who are watching this who've never read the book, who don't know that stuff, and they're going to be surprised. Right?
Somebody, Outlander podcast said, lots of media has said that Claire is a woman with 2 husbands in 2 different times. So it's not a spoiler that she's married to both.
Right.
Okay.
But the wedding itself, like what they're wearing and what it looks like. Yeah. All of that is something we won't see.
The honeymoon part. I mean, that takes over, that's a huge part of the book.
Yeah.
I do not want to see Sam's ass until the wedding night shows on TV. I don't want to see it in any clip. I want to see it, like, for the first time organically in the wedding night scene.
And you're going to just stay away from That's Normal for a couple weeks, since we're weeks ahead of you.
Oh, really?
We're basically changing the background skin of the website to be his ass. We already have a developer working on it.
I already read it. I can't talk. I already have it on my phone.
Snapchat. Diane RC, who is Tweedledee?
Yes.
Okay. She said she agrees about the wedding. If you haven't read the book, the way the relationship comes about is a bit surprising. So she can see Stars holding those cards for a little bit.
Yes, I agree. And Sam said that in the little clip thing, going back to the video. He said that he thinks it's one thing and then it turns you into another direction. And that was one of the main things that I remember from reading the book, is thinking that it was going to go a specific place, or it was this certain kind of book, and then something happened. It totally changed what was going on. Like, she didn't do what I thought she was going to do, or the things that happened weren't predictable.
Yeah.
So I remember being surprised a lot of times.
Well, yeah, like the witch stuff coming in to play. I didn't ever expect that.
Right.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, you don't expect lists and stuff to be from the future and all that jazz.
Right. Right.
Yeah. I don't think Katie doesn't like the witchcraft stuff.
Really?
Me?
Right? Yeah.
Why, Katie?
You didn't like the witchcraft stuff?
No.
Oh no, it was like the stuff when they were in the West Indies that you didn't. The whole like voodoo stuff. Sorry.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it was a little weird. I got over it.
Yeah.
What book? I mean, that happens like book.
As Voyager 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So every once in a while, just because it goes a little far out for me. And that was one of those moments.
I think that Moby is going to do that. I think that Moby is going to have some total WTF moments in it.
Yeah.
Like, just reading the description, my friend Tanya today on Twitter was like, Beth, it's going to be crack fic, which if you're not in the fanfic world, crack fic is like fanfic that people write on purpose to be ridiculous. And she was like, it's going to be total crack fic. And I was like, I can't wait. I won't read it for 4 years.
We have some good conversations happening in the Q&A. Rachel says that she's making her friend read it right now, and she was surprised. I don't know if this is in regards to this, maybe the wedding. She sends her daily updates, and that she also thinks Gillis is a surprise. And then
Yeah.
Outlander Pod said, oh, I just lost it. Oh no.
The witch sequence?
Yeah, the witch sequence. Yep. The best part was total surprise to me as a first-time reader. The most exciting, most suspenseful part. From there, it's balls to the walls to the Abbey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It's going to be pretty intense, like that latter half of the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we, or you guys who seem to follow, the details more closely than I do we know kind of sequential-wise, like what happens, when is the wedding in the series we have 16 episodes? Is that correct?
Yeah, we know, but we're not supposed to know.
Oh, okay. I mean, I know the answer too. I didn't know if that was known. Okay, it's not known. Okay. Never mind, we have no idea.
We've never heard
it from anybody.
What? Episode 2?
I didn't think you were going to answer that way.
I'm drunk. Don't ask me questions that you want me to be
crap. No one has told us anything we're not supposed to know.
discreet about.
Somehow somebody out there knows and it is public. Just tweet us and we'll know if we're supposed to know or not. What we know is correct.
I don't know.
Okay, but changing gears, Connie Sandlin wants to know if we enjoyed the V-neck Sam cleavage photo from last week. I don't even know what photo she's talking about.
I do.
Yeah, the puffy hair one.
Which one?
The one where he has like a really deep V.
Okay, you did send the picture. Okay, got it. Yeah, deep V. So his chest looked amazing, but then it was like, woo!
I don't get it. I just don't understand. I don't understand what they're doing with his look. I feel bad for him.
I feel like I want to take his face and his chest and cut it out and put paper dolls over top. You can cut it out and put your own hair and stuff on it, because that blown out hair was just
It's terrible.
So I'm just gonna
I have a new theory about the V-necks, which is a painful skin condition. Because if you look in that trailer, all of his shirts are really open. So maybe it chafes him to have fabric in this area. So it has to be V'd down to his navel. That's my new theory. I just came up with it today. So we'll see if that's right.
I think it's good. I do believe that it's just a European thing.
Probably.
I also would like to point out that behind Katie, there is a kitten on top of a piano.
That is true.
A picture. It's a picture. It's not a real one. Otherwise, I'd be hyperventilating right now.
Right there.
I love that. That is adorable.
And a giraffe coming out of my head because I'm in the playroom.
Oh my gosh. I have to say this. Tweedledee just said on the Q&A, she said, I just hope that Moby doesn't turn into a Forrest Gump type scenario. Oh, what historical figure are Claire and Jamie going to interact with next? Which is one of my big kind of weird things about it. Why, even in Dragonfly and Amber when they're with Bonnie Prince Charlie the whole time, I'm why am I reading this about this real person? Why is she having sex with Louis the 14th or whatever? That didn't happen. They're not talking to Washington. Jamie Fraser isn't really running the militia. That's not happening.
It's like that thing when you're reincarnated. You're always reincarnated from someone super famous, and not just someone who was sorting manure back on the farm. It's kind of what it feels like. They're always just running into just the famous people
they're always really important.
Many of them. Yes.
They're the center. They're the hub of whatever's going on in that particular century, in that particular location. Slow your roll. They have to dig latrines and stuff too. He's not the laird of every land from North Carolina to Scotland. That's not happening.
He is. That's the whole point. Come on.
Is it? Is it the whole point? Is that he's the king of men?
Yeah. I think that's it. I think that's what she's making him.
Maybe.
And I've admitted to being a total spoiler whore, so I've read a lot of some of the daily lines from Moby, and it gets worse.
I try to stop because I tell her I was spoiled for major things for Echo. Ugh. Yeah. Major. I'm just reading these questions. Beth, what else is on our agenda that we need to hit?
So I'm just going to step in here and maybe help out with the secret word a little bit. It has to do with something that happened that Katie posted in her post, a picture, a strange picture, a bizarre.
Of a wolf? Is that a wolf?
No,
Is it a girdle?
Hi.
What was it?
Girdle?
Girdle. Oh,
No.
boy.
I said girdle earlier?
Girdle.
Oh.
I didn't think anyone was going to get that.
Katie got it.
Oh, that was horrible.
I would love it if Blackjack was also a cross-dresser. That's like a choice they could make on the show that like wasn't necessarily in the book. Like he goes to rape Jamie and he pulls off his red coat and he's wearing like some sort of 18th century women's stuff. And they don't comment on it. It's just there. He takes it off.
Like stockings. Like he just needs to be wearing like, yeah.
Like
He would totally wear a corset.
Yeah. Instead of having like breeches, he's got on those split pantaloons. And pulls his business out from those instead. That's awesome.
Some tearaway breeches. Huh.
Yeah. If you guys haven't filmed that yet, I think that BGR being a crossdresser would be really cool.
The girdle pick. Oh, Tweedledee got it too. Good job, Tweedledee. Diane. I don't know why are you calling her that? I don't know that that's her name. It's Diane.
It's Deanne.
Deanne? Oh, crap.
Yeah.
It's Tweedledee. It's Tweedledee.
I'm so naughty.
No. I like a couple comments that like are totally back past when cannot speak. Totally back from our conversation earlier, but when we were talking about trying to get the men to watch Outlander, Rachel X said that she told her husband that it was basically Braveheart, and then she hashtag lies. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
We got a Katie fan. Connie Sandlin says that Katie's blog about Moby Angst was hilarious.
It was.
Do you read it, Beth?
Yeah, I read it.
Oh my gosh.
I told you, I've been spoiled for Echo for so long, it didn't matter.
Oh, I'm not that spoiled. Nikki and I didn't read it.
Even if you didn't read it, you had to read it because she said, Katie, you say the best stuff. You called it a spoiler hootenanny. A virtual spoiler hootenanny. I died laughing. I love the phrases.
T-Fox is also a big fan of Katie's. She said Sam's conveniently chafed in the chest area. She liked that idea, Katie.
There is some kind of like painful skin condition. It's not gout. That's something else.
I don't think he actually has it, you guys.
He could.
No, he doesn't because he's got all those neck cloths and stuff on in the actual show. He's all dressed up with the neck cloths.
He has to suffer for his craft.
That's true.
Those are worse. I'd rather him be really open-shirted than have all the cravats on. That makes him look kind of stocked up, like his shoulders are too high for his neck or something. I'm so particular about how he looks.
Was that and the bangs together or what? I can't.
Just squishes the whole.
It's too much.
Push
But
the
I
hair
did.
back off the face.
Speaking of neckwear, I loved Claire's furry bit, whatever that was. She was wearing around her neck. She had that like stole thing. I love that. I was totally down with that.
I think it was a woodchuck.
Can we point out?
Hedgehog garland.
Yes.
Could I just point out that Katie said the end I quote, I loved Claire's furry bit.
I think it was a
I said
girl.
that.
True.
It's really
I
pretty.
saw that MMS.
I think her costumes look great, and I think she looks suitably like discomfortable in them, like uncomfortable in them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like she looks stiff and kind of like this is the worst thing I've ever put on. I get it. It looks terrible.
It looks horrible.
It looks horrible to wear.
Yeah, it works.
Totally works.
Can we talk about the retweet? The retweet?
Yes. Do you want
retweet?
Yes.
I think we should take a poll and see who thinks that he actually meant to retweet that and who thinks that it really was an accident because of his large fingers.
Okay.
Is that what he said? It was an accident because of the large fingers?
It was an accident.
Let's give a little bit of backstory for anybody who didn't read my real quick catch up with Sam Hewen post. Losers.
Shame on you.
And you should, because it shows the soccer player hair that I talked about.
So 2 weeks ago, Sam was watching tennis with Andy Murray, and he retweeted this retweet from Go to Bed, Irvin Welsh, and it says that uses the C word. And so, like, immediately, like, Outlander fans were like, this is awful. What are you doing? And so he deleted it, and he said, sorry. I don't know, like, the timeline between when he retweeted it and when he deleted it. I don't know how much time passed. I would like to know, but I was in church. So, but, like, did he really not mean to retweet it is Susan's question. Or do you think that he was like, oh, shit, these people are not going to be okay? Like, the hooligans are not okay with this. All of a sudden, I have to delete it and say, oops, sorry. So.
Wait, tell me again, it was the C word?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, let's think about the fact that I just have a feeling that it was not an accident, that he just didn't think, and the C word may not be as inappropriate where he is from as it is here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in general, he's really, really, like, earnest and sweet and positive on his Twitter feed for the most part. I had very rarely, and it wasn't like a negative tweet. It was, he was being fine. He was just talking about sports. But Sam is so earnest and sweet that, like, I have a feeling it might have been an accident. It might have been. I don't know.
I'm going with accident. I feel like there's enough, like it was blue enough that I can't imagine that he would have retweeted that. And plus, I like to think about his big fingers.
Ruby De La Boobie says it was not an accident at all. And Diane, this was her asking us, and Tweedledee, Diane says that she'd say there's about 20 minutes between the retweet and the deletion.
Mm.
B. Brannon says you gotta watch out for those large fingers.
I mean, I don't know. I think
Rachel X, or one more, said totally meant it. She thought he was famous. He forgot he was famous for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably true. Now that I know that there was 20 minutes between when it was retweeted and when he deleted it, yeah, he meant to do it.
Yeah, because you accidentally retweet something, you mean to favorite it, or you mean to do something, and you're like, oh, I just did that, and you have to immediately delete it. But if it's 20 minutes and you've already started to get some reactions, and then you're like, oh, that probably didn't go over very well. I'm getting rid of that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the heat of the moment, he's all excited about the tennis or whatever, and he's like, it's kind of, I hate to say it, but it's more acceptable over there than it is here, I think.
I just think it's different words just mean different things. Like, it's not as, like, derogatory or, like, I mean, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah. Plus, he wasn't referring to a woman. He was referring to a man.
Right.
Not that there's, whatever.
Right. It's not it's not necessarily the best thing to say, but I don't think it's the same as like somebody saying it in the U.S. or maybe Canada. Hockey players don't. I mean, you think about it. There's guys in locker rooms, like they say these kind of things all the time. The guys, and they're putting on their tights in the Batman locker room when he's on camp. They're like, man, you look like a CUNT today. And then the other guy's like, I've never seen one of those, because he's totally well, I don't know what that looks like. Do I? Is that a compliment?
I don't know.
Oh,
you're wearing the C out of that cod piece.
Speaking of boys with ambiguous sexuality, we have to discuss our brand new favorite hashtag from Ruby De La Boobie. and others that we've been talking about on Twitter lately, and that is the JAMMF. It's not JAMF anymore. It's JAMMF. And for those of you not in the know, MMF is man, man, female, or male, male, female visual time. That's 2 dudes and a girl. And we think Moby could potentially have some JAMMF in it, considering what happened at the end of Echo.
Which I know, because it's all a spoiler.
So
We can't talk about it.
Well, plus she already went there with the Beardsley twins, but she just wasn't very detailed about it.
Oh, really? Well, I don't know about that.
Okay.
What book was that in? Was that in Snow and Ashes?
Maybe. I think it was Apswa. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Lizzie.
There's
Yeah, you really did skim. You really skim. You did the skim. If the Jamie wasn't in there.
No, I remember that. I can't remember which book it was in.
Yeah,
But
I think it was.
I totally remember the Beardsley twins. I thought that was awesome. They're sharing it. Yeah.
They share a girl?
They do.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're twins. She doesn't know which one's which. It's great.
That's awesome. But do we think it's going to happen with Jamie and Claire and Lord John in Moby?
I don't think Jamie's as open to it as the Beardsley twins were.
Oh, I wish he was.
Me too.
You said it yourself, Beth. He hates Peen.
He does hate Peen. He hates the Peen. More so than most dudes. I'm surprised he can handle his own. Because he really hates it.
He does. He is.
But it does bring up there's always the William, Ian, Rachel possibility.
Yes. I'm holding out hope for that when I eventually get to Moby.
That one's more likely for sure.
Man, Diane is a dirty bird.
She is a dirty bird.
Yeah.
Totally dirty.
Well, is there anything else we want to talk about before we wrap up? Because we're getting along here. And did you just freeze?
Me?
Beth?
All of that.
Big face. I said, is there anything else we want to talk about before we have to wrap up? Because we're getting long. That's what I just said. I just said, do we want to talk about what else do we have to talk about before we wrap up? Because we're getting long here. We don't want to.
We are getting long. We need to quit.
Yeah.
But
quit while we're ahead. But we bring up more.
Exactly.
I don't know. Possibly.
I think so.
Oh, man. No, I think we're good. I think we're excited about tomorrow. You guys have got like an hour before you get to download your book, right?
In the East Coast, yeah. Does it come out at the same time? You'll get it too at Katie at 9
I
p.m.?
have no idea. I'm just going to check every hour.
I already said I'm checking every 35 seconds. It's not here yet.
Oh.
But I had a disco nap today, so I'm good.
Oh my gosh. How many pages is it? How long do you think it's going to take you to read it?
It's 848 pages.
How does that compare to the other ones? Because I read everything digitally, so I don't know.
It's about Echo. Like Echo is like big, like the format is really big, so it's just like these really dense, big pages. So it's probably about on par.
All right. So how long do you think that'll take you to read?
I'm gonna have mine done by Wednesday.
What?
No way.
You're crazy. You have to work? You call out?
I do have to work.
Okay, then no, you're not. I don't believe you. But I
No.
haven't frozen on Beth.
Okay. I'm gonna read it and then I'm gonna spoil it for you guys. Totally.
You guys don't have to do it for us, though. You two are going to have to be the Moby correspondents in the field, in the Moby field, because we don't care.
Yep.
You care. You care a little bit.
We don't
I
care.
really kind of do not care. It could end with Voyager, and I'd be happy.
Yeah.
Like,
That's why we haven't finished.
Yeah. I realized today that I read the first 4 books in 4 months, and then it took me 18 months to read The Fiery Cross because The Fiery Cross did not have enough Jamie in it. So the rest of the books are like that. I don't care. I'll just reread the first 3 over and over. Watch the show.
That's a good question. How many times have you read Outlander, Beth?
3 or 4. I think I've fully read it 3 times and skimmed it again. So 4.
Yeah.
And I've read Dragonfly twice and Voyager twice.
I think I've read the reunion scene in Voyager about 150,000 times.
Oh, 1,000. Oh, okay. I'm at 150 million, so. You know.
I've read chapter 24 of Outlander more than I've read the whole book.
There you go.
That's the wedding. That's the honeymoon.
No. Chapter 24 is the one where
Mine is Turtle Soup.
Yeah, Turtle Soup's in here. I've read that one a lot too. Let's read it out loud right now.
Can we do a read along? That would be so nice.
We gotta cut this off. Next time.
That's a good thing for next time. We will have to do some quote because you are very good out. You read very well. You know, you must read.
I'll do the Scottish accent too. It'll be great.
Arr.
All right. Well, this has been fabulous, ladies. I'm so glad you joined us as our Moby experts and friends and Outlander fans.
That was good.
Last, I'm glad I could.
Thanks
Glad
for
I know.
it.
Finally, I'm glad it worked. Glad San Francisco got the shit together. All right. Good night, everybody. We will. Oops, I just lost my screen. We will have this live on the interwebs immediately, as it is live now. But we will talk. We'll break this down later, and we'll be back. We'll let you know in advance next time when we're doing this again, and hope you can join us. Enjoy your book that is arriving on your Kindles any moment. Good night.
Enjoy Moby, you guys. Bye. Bye.